Welcome to Off the Court Season 2. Our guest today is a true legend with an incredible list of achievements. Having him here with us is an absolute privilege. Last season, he made history by leading Monaco to the EuroLeague Final for the very first time, and he will be looking to do the same this year again. With Greece, he won the bronze medal at the last Eurobasket. We all felt the excitement watching him as a player and now as a coach. But today, we want to talk to the man behind the legend. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the one and only Vassilis Spanoulis. Welcome to Off the Court, Vassilis. We're really happy to have you here. And to start this new season, our first question is, what's your wallpaper on your phone and why?
My wallpaper is my family because it means everything for me and I want to see them as much as I can.
Looking back, Vassilis, what was the hardest part of you, transitioning from being a player to being a coach?
Kill my player instinct. You have to kill the player that you have inside of you. And this is what I decided to do immediately when I started to be a coach. You have to teach, you have to be patient, and you have to see the improvement of your players through the time. So it's not time to say that, if I was me, I will see this pass. If I was me, I will make, no, it's part of the game and I'm okay with that.
And I'm sure there are some times that you want to sub yourself in and to take those crucial shots, right?
Yeah, for sure. This never died.
Do you coach today in the same way that you wish you had been coached as a player?
I coach today with a way that I admire some of my coaches that they did it to me, and some things that I didn't like for coaches that I have. I try to don't make them, and so this is big advantage for me. Because being on the locker room and being leader and captain a lot of years, almost all my life, I know what the players need and what they don't need, and what players need to hear and what they don't need to hear, and this is my advantage.
How do you manage to connect with a generation of players that were not introduced to basketball the same era that you were introduced to basketball?
Try to be honest, try to understand the new generation, try to understand the different habits that they have and the different mindset, but at the same time, I like this because you can improve also through this generation. And because sometimes we only will say, new generation are different. Yeah, they are different, but you can improve. You can listen to them, their tendencies, their habits. For me, it's very important that to listen to everybody and to improve from everybody.
Vassilis, here and off the court, we try to talk about everything except basketball. We want to really know the person behind the player or the coach. So, for example, if you had to choose to have a dinner with 3 celebrities, who would you choose?
Michael Jordan, Denzel Washington, and Al Pacino.
Well, I was sure about the first one. I wasn't expecting the other 2. But I'll take it. I like it. I want to be part of that dinner too. Is there a person that you specifically miss when you're abroad?
It is my father.
Is your father?
Yeah, it's my father that I miss him, and I always have him in my heart.
Now, we cannot talk about, Greek culture and not mentioning food. Is there a food that you really miss when you're not at home?
For sure, I miss MOUSSAKA, pasticcio, γεμιστά, Juvarlakia, that I love toys. For sure, I eat more outside, and only when my wife Olivia is coming, so she try to cook for me some of these foods.
No Greek restaurants in Monte Carlo?
They have some Greek restaurants, Souvlaki, Hero, and this. Yes, they have one very nice, beautiful restaurant named Gaia. Have a lot of this stuff, but always to cook for you, your mother when you are a child, or the wife when you are married, is different.
When your wife cooks, do you help her? Even doing the dishes?
No.
No?
No. Sorry about that.
You just want to be served.
Yes. I just want to be good.
Now let's go to movies. Do you have a favorite movie, Vassili?
The Godfather.
Okay, that's why the dinner. I got it now. Was that the first movie that really made an impact to you?
Yes, it's a movie that I like a lot, and it's a trilogy, and I like a lot.
Outside of basketball, what helps you stay balanced in such a demanding role? You're a high-profile EuroLeague coach, you work with the national team, but you're also a family man. So what helps you being balanced?
Talking with the kids. I miss my kids now here in Monaco. I miss my wife, my kids. I'm a family man. I want to give all my life to the kids, all my knowledge. I miss my kids, so we are a lot in the phone. Other than that, watching basketball, watching games, watching also football sometimes, and go out to a restaurant, have some nice dinner or some nice lunch. It's simple.
If one of your players was coming up to you, because I know everybody's looking up to you as a role model, for the player you were, for the coach you are now, what would you advise them if they want to become a coach?
That it's not like they address to me this job, coach, because they tell me that it's very difficult, and for me, it's a pleasure, it's a blessing, and it's something that I know to do. It's something different than a player, but you have the same discipline, the same habits, the same life. So I will tell him that if you like it, if you love basketball a lot, you have to do it, and you have to give back to the basketball.
Who is the most difficult player to coach? Mike James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, or Vassilis Spanoulis? It's a difficult question.
It's very look, Dora. All these players, they are great role models, and they are great leaders. And it's not, for sure, everybody have advantages and disadvantages, and you have to live with that, because that's why they are great players. They have some egos. They have their winners. They will have their angry moments. Everybody, including myself. But at the end of the day, they are role models. They are winners, and it's a blessing to have Mike and Giannis different kind of leadership and players. That is a blessing for me.
Are you active on social media?
Not so much, but I am.
Are you watching YouTube videos, like going back in the days, watching highlights when you were a player?
Myself, no. I recently I showed to my kids 2 games, semi-final of 2015 and semi-final of 2012, to make them understand that it's not everything easy. It's not everything nice in basketball. So when I watch myself, I didn't like it at all. I want to switch off the TV, but we have to continue to see the game.
Speaking about your kids, I know they're good in basketball. So do you see any Spanoulis Jr. coming up? EuroLeague players?
Yeah, they will do what they love. I'm here I'm a daddy. I'm not a coach for them, and I want to see them me like this. And whatever I have to help them in basketball, with my knowledge, with my attitude, because I think attitude is the most important, I will help them. They are pretty good, but they have to work a lot to succeed, and I wish to do whatever they want.
So maybe one day we'll see a new Spanoulis as a player, and he'll be the coach. You never know.
Maybe. You never know. Maybe it's destiny.
Do you ever lie, Vassili?
No. I don't like to lie, and I want to be honest, and sometimes I destroy friendships because of being honest.
When is your happiest moment? And I mean, everybody would assume it's when you win, but is it when you win, or is it the routine of every day, being in practice, being involved in that game?
This is a nice question, a great question, because you play the game of basketball, and for me, when you win something, I'm empty. All this journey to be in the last stage and to win something is what makes me happy, and what made me proud, and what made me think. And this is the most beautiful thing that can happen to me.
Do you have a favorite motto, like a quote that you use to your players, to your kids?
Yeah, never quit, and do whatever it takes to don't regret it after the game.
Okay, that's very Vassilis Spanoulis. Let's be honest, Vassilis. I know you since you were a player, and I know your work ethic. I know how much you love basketball. Let's be honest now. If you were to sub yourself in a game, how many minutes do you think you can play right now?
2 times by 5 or 6 minutes.
Will you make any threes?
Oh, for sure.
We'd love to see that. Okay. One last question. You talked about your dad at the beginning. That is a person that you really miss from your life. And you're at a point of your career that you've achieved a lot of things. From entering EuroLeague last year, going to the Final Four, medal with the national team this summer. Everything is going great. And I'm sure that you would want him to be with you. You know he's with you, even in spirit. Is there something that you would like to say to him if he was here?
I'm very proud that I make my wish to him come true, to become a basketball player, and after to make this career that I make. I will never do this if I didn't have him like a father to grow up me with great values, with great discipline and with great work ethic. So I will always remember him, and everything I do is for him.
Thank you very much, Vassilis, for being with us and off the court. We wish you a great season. We're sure it's going to be great with you as a coach, but
Thank you, Dora.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure to have an interview with you.
That was our first episode for Off the Court Season 2. Stay tuned because more Off the Court stories are coming.